It's 11:15. I was gonna leave at 11:30, but I got a barrage of calls and texts from the company I hate to work for. But I'm going to another place, and he's gonna pick me up. Brought all this, and hopefully I'll only stay till 4:30. Maybe someone will bring me back. I don't know. It's like they are acting like it's they said it was an emergency. Someone called in sick. I'm like, they're acting like they're about to die, but they're really into the money, keeping the client. I guess that's what works for them. I guess I should learn something from that. But it's going to take me 45 minutes to get to the subway, then to get there, and I did not bring my good clothes. I'm going to teach it as is. That's the one thing I forgot. They canceled the other class. I was mad that they would do that, because it's like I'm not an employee. So it's like I'm being forced to do this, to behave, to help out. But I obviously took my time. I'm like, I have my life to do, you know what I mean? I don't want to keep coming up with lies that I left my phone at home and all that stuff. That's why I had to say. It's like, no other company does that. Maybe that's why you've been around for so long, I guess. Possibly. Even though when I work for the community center, they have more people they have more people to take over, Or maybe they're mad that I don't take the classes because I can't, and now I won't because I need to, not die. Oh, I didn't turn I was going to show you that. It was passing by, and then I realized the video wasn't turned on. Anyways, they have elevators for old people with the little motor scooters, whatever. It's basically just like not getting involved in their triangulation. It's always the same thing. The first one keeps calling 100 times, says to call me back, blah, blah, blah. Then the owner calls back, and text that says you should call them. Right? And then then the FF calls and says, blah, 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 we're trying to get in contact. You call back. I'm like, I'm not an employee. And then they keep doing that for a few hours, since 7:30 this morning. It's 1:50. I'm off to the gym, finally. It's PM. I had some fake crab just before leaving. I feel like I have to digest or go to the bathroom with the runs. I had to do a pit stop to get a VGA to HDMI cable because this new laptop, which is a laptop from a school, and I had it for about a year or so before doing something to it. I need backup laptops so that my work one, when it dies, I have something else. When the home one dies, I have something else. They're not that expensive. I actually bought from the same guy I bought the cables from. These Lenovo ThinkPads T430. Anyways, I guess I'll test it out at home. It's quite expensive. With tax, it was $34. Yeah. So, it looks like I'm moving forward with this laptop. So I managed to fix the problem with the function key, Control C, Control V, Control X. Got that working. Got the scrolling, the two finger scrolling up and down working with it. These things were like not working. A little better. Almost at the gym. I started not pooping but farting just to let out some of the gas from the food. And I'm tired. And I've been sniffling all day because of yesterday. Them calling me incessantly, and they drove me to another place to teach, and it was fun. And the owner was like, "You saved our life, whatever, all that crap." You didn't give me an option. You canceled my class for today, and you thought that was cool. What a fucking manipulator. Fucking manipulator. I'm silencing that. At least I think I've got some leeway on that computer. And I have to do stuff like that, the little things, these little projects, because it's for work. But it pisses me off that I gotta do all these side things. Can't focus on moving things forward. But now I'm thinking, I have all these pictures collected. I never started a Instagram page for first aid and CPR. Maybe I might be able to do it. Break it up. And possibly just do it for Sundays. If I can get these Sundays at that place. I had written a letter, didn't finish it yet. And I'm thinking of doing it only in French for now. Well, yeah, because that's where I mostly work at. And then break off into English eventually. Or maybe do a separate one. I'm thinking about doing an Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. We'll see. See, the inspiration comes and goes, depending on how big the project is, you know? But the project of the computer I managed to do. I broke up into small parts, but it wasn't months, years long. So, or something that has to be done constantly. It just took me over a year to get started on that. And it just happened, it became a priority. And if I could break it up into small parts and make one of the parts as a priority, even if I don't do the next part for like a long time, at least I'll have something established. Like, the Sundays, finish up that letter that I need to send, and try booking my Sundays for a while. And then build up from there. Start the Facebook page or the Instagram page to get more people to see it. Because I see some of those ads. And then build it from there. It's 3:56. I got out of the gym about an hour and 3 minutes. I'm going to Walmart now. And I'm going to go to the library to read the book I found in my clutter, finally, on stroke. And I've been dreaming about reflecting upon my strategy for teaching CPR on my own, setting up my own stuff. I have to be careful because I don't want to overdo it, you know? What I realized with the training, I've been listening a lot more to Jared Feather again, Andy Baker, Alexander Bromley. Those seem to be my favorites. And what did I do? Tricep dip machine. It's like a seated one. Didn't go up to my weight. I saw my weight. Didn't go up to that. My left elbow and shoulder were a little sore. But I did 5 sets of 30 reps. Get blood in there. That was the goal. And they were pumping up, and I'm like, up. And then I did rear delts using the pulley. I twist now to the side, and I feel a stretch. I got to be careful to not screw up the shoulder. The left shoulder is a little wonky. Right shoulder problem that I had that just randomly came, and I don't know. It seems fine, so hey, you know. But I did rear delts because I was stretching and I didn't want to push it, and the left shoulder was getting a little, grindy and all that. I did 4 sets of 10, so I'm not as worried about the reps. I felt it a lot. They're pumped up, and that's the goal. So I feel a little bit better towards getting towards, programming for myself instead of doing something that's just so random. Well, probably still be random because my schedule is always random, but, in my notes, I'm putting everything into one section, so I see the frequency of touching a certain body part,